Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful 12-inch by 18-inch sublimation garden flag. Even if you have a sublimation printer like I do that can only print 8.5 by 14 inches. I'll walk you through step by step on how to make a beautiful garden flag. Here is the garden flag that we are going to be using today, and I'll have links below for this. For this flag, I wanted a cute design. So I started in my Creative Fabrica. I have the all access, and I went into this flow. It's right here. And you go into your tools here and you go under CF flow. So I've got that up right here, Creative Fabrica flow. And I typed in a fun, whimsical camper setting with pine trees and a campfire. And it came up with these designs. And this is the one that I'm going to be using right here. So then I went into my Canva, and because I cannot print as big as this garden flag is, I went and I did an 8.25 by 3.75 design so that I can print this on 8.5 by 14 paper with my sublimation printer, because I have an Epson EcoTank that I've converted over to sublimation printing, and that's as big as I can print. So now I've got my design started. So I want to show you how I got this design here. So I've got 2 pages, and let's go to uploads here. And you can see that I uploaded that camper. I've uploaded a lot of things since I uploaded the camper. Here is the camper, and you can see that this design is different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another page, and I'm going to show you how I got my camper to look like this with the jagged edge. So I have the Canva Pro, like I said. So I go into my elements here, and I am going to type frame. So now it's going to come up with some frames. And these are frames that you can add images into. So I'm going to click see all here. And I scroll down until I found the frame that I wanted to use. I believe it's this one. And so I added that onto my page. And then I went, and you can see it here now. You can see that that is the one that I took. And so then I went back to my uploads, because I just clicked here, upload file, and there's my camper. So I uploaded that, and then you just bring that in to your design and you just move it around until it sets itself right inside of that frame. So then that was really simple. So then I also used a bunch of different fonts, and this is Timeless Radiance. And this one is Wednesday. And this one is Better Valentina. Now, these I downloaded from Creative Fabrica. If you go under fonts here, they have so many fonts that you can pick from, and then you can upload them. I'll have a link below for how to upload fonts into Creative Fabrica. So now we're going to get rid of this one. We don't need that one. So now I just added a bunch of other images. I added this tin cup, and then I just reversed it. You can go up here. Let me duplicate this one here. You can go up here. If you click on the cup, you can go up here to flip, and you can rotate this either way, up, down, sideways, however you want. So I just rotated that design. I did the same thing here with my s'more sticks. I did one, and then I reversed it. And then this, of course, was a paw print. And then this is just a camping image. So each one of these, I'm going to delete this one. Each one of these is just a different font that I put together. So, and then you download. So you go to share and download, and I'm going to raise my DPI up because, like I said, I have the Canva Pro, and I'm going to use a transparent background. Then you just hit download. And then after it's done, you unzip your file. And then I go into Word. I print from Word. And so I will go in here, open a Word document, and you can see that I already have it in here. but I will get this out and I will show you. Oh, I don't need to save that. I'll just open a new one here, open a new one and walk you through doing this. So I am going to go back into my Canva here, and I'm going to go here where it downloaded. It's not quite done downloading yet, so we're going to come back to that. So I'm going to go back to my Word and I will get this set up. I'm going to make it smaller so that you can see what I'm doing here. So I'm going to go to Layout and I'm going to leave my orientation at portrait. I'm going to raise my size up to 8.5 by 14 because that is how big I want this design. And then I have a selected margin to 0. So let's go and see if our design is done. Yep. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extract all so that we can put these onto our Word document. So now I'm going back to my Word document here, and I'm going to insert picture from this device, and I'm going to go into my downloads. I apologize for that. My air conditioner just kicked in on me. And I'll pull the first one in here. And so now I'm going to bring it in and I'm going to hit this icon here, the layout option. I'm going to hit the through, wrap and through, and then I'm just going to move this around just so that it's centered well on my page. I'm going to be cutting off all the extra anyway, and I'm going to do the same thing for the second image as well. So when I'm done with this image, I'm going to delete it and pop the other one in. So you go to File and Print, and I'm going to be using not this printer. I'm going to be using my Epson EcoTank 2840 that I've converted over to Sublimation printing. I'll have a link below for my video of converting on EcoTank to Sublimation. I'm going to go under Printer Properties, and I want to make sure I have Premium Presentation Paper Matte and High Quality selected, and then under More Options, I am going to turn bidirectional or high-speed printing off, and we want to make sure that we are mirroring our images. Then I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to get this one printed, and then I'm going to go back and put the other design in and get that one printed the exact same way. And here are our sublimation prints. So I'm going to get these cut apart and put on our flag. So before I get started, I trimmed all my designs down and I laid them out on my flag here, my garden flag. And so I'm going to be pressing these in 2 different presses. And so I'll be pressing the top half and then the bottom half. So now I'm going to get these flipped over the way they're going to be. I'm going to get my heat press up to 385 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to be pressing each press for 30 seconds with good firm pressure. Since there is a seam on this flag, I am going to be using a pressing mat. Or a pressing pillow, I should call this, on top of my silicone pressing mat, on top of my htvront pressing mat. I will have a link below for these as well. This will help give an even pressure where there are seams on the flag. So now I have everything for my first press taped into place, and I am going to cover this with protective paper and press 385 degrees Fahrenheit, good firm pressure, 30 seconds, like I said before. I'm using my htvront Auto Heat Press 2 for this, and we're almost at our 385 degrees, and I have my protective paper on. All right, we are up to temperature, so I'm going to push this in and get started. And we're almost done. All right, so I will get this opened up so that we can see what it looked like. Well, our first press turned out fantastic, so I'll get the rest set up and get the second half pressed as well. So now I have everything else on for my second press, and I am going to cover this with a silicone sheet, Teflon sheet, because I don't want to get this part pressed quite as much, so I'm going to cover it with protective paper and a Teflon sheet. And here we go. Put it all in there and press for 30 seconds again. And it just finished. So now I will get this open so that we can see here. And I will get these removed. Hopefully I didn't ghost that. I'll get these off right away. Well, that second press went really well as well. I don't think I would add this one next time. I can see a little bit of a tape mark here over the top, but all in all, I do like how this went over, or else I wouldn't have been able to fit everything on. But all in all, I think this turned out great. So I will get it on the pole so we can check it out. This is a great alternative way to print something with sublimation and press it when you only have an 8.5 by 14-inch option. So this flag is roughly 17 or 18 inches long by almost 12 inches wide. So I think it turned out great. And here it is. I really like the effect. You can see the sun through it and you can see the shadow, but I really like how good this looks. I'm going to be really excited to put this up outside of our camper next time we go camping. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to my channel, see links below, and leave me a comment.